3, 2, 1. Mark. Thank you. Welcome to the Morally Ambiguous podcast, the internet podcast with no filter where we get to talk about whatever the hell we want. I'm your host, Xander, and today's episode 4, I'm joined, as usual, by my co-host, Emily.
Yes.
Background
Hi,
noise.
howdy.
Hi. Right. And we are joined with our returning guest, Amy. Hello, dear.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And
Good.
today I have brought along an old friend of mine, is Mr. Darius McCarthy. Good day, sir.
Hey. Hello. I'm here.
How are you on this most auspicious evening?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You're good.
Fabulous. I'm holding my phone like a mic, like I'm on some kind of huge basketball game, commentating it. I'm feeling good.
You're feeling awesome. So things have transpired over the past month, including Emily doing fucked up.
I did fuck up so bad. It was so bad. It's the worst thing I've ever done. I hate myself.
So from what you've told me, you mistakenly bought something a longer time thing than you meant.
Yep. Me and my friend Beth, we started playing 2007 RuneScape again for fun. And we were really bored of not being able to do things because it was all member stuff. So we were like, okay, we'll try a month of membership just to see what it's about. And I let Beth buy it first, and it was fine. Everything was okay. Then I bought it, and I fucked up. And instead of buying 1 month, I bought 3 months of membership.
You're an absolute numpty.
I hate myself. It's so bad. I have like 88 days of RuneScape remaining. Oh my god.
Cancel all plans.
Did it actually cost you?
So
Was
bad.
Was it that much more expensive?
It was like it's like £5 for 1 month, and then it's £17 for 3.
What?
Yep.
No?
Okay. Right. Have you been enjoying your RuneScape though?
It has actually been really fucking fun, and it's so cool now that I get to do members stuff now. Except the quests are really hard.
I've been finding the same thing because I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV recently, and that's been surprisingly challenging.
Has it?
Yeah, it's
I suppose I find challenging games better because then they last longer in a way.
yeah, you don't get bored. It's not mind numbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Amy, what's been going on with you recently?
Nothing really. Just focusing on work, and then I thought I went to Gloucester for a few days.
You're going to Gloucester?
No, I already went. I
Oh, you
started
went.
off there. I'm back.
Ooh, how was it?
It was fine. It was fun. I got ill. The countryside air for you, I tell ya.
That was what you brought back from Gloucester, was just illness.
Yeah.
While she was away, every day one of my flatmates would ask me what day she'd be coming home, and I'd be like, what day is it? It's Monday. She's probably coming home today. She didn't come home today. What day is it? Tuesday. She's coming home today. She didn't come home today. Every day I would just assume that she's coming home.
Awesome. So you're just teasing them. You're perpetually teasing people.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I'm a very wanted woman. I say.
Apparently you are, yes.
Apparently.
You're much desired.
Because I'm the fun one. I'm joking, I'm not. I'm the moody one.
I'm the fun one.
I'm the
That's the
moody
fun one.
I'm the adult. I feel like out of us lot, I'm the adult, and then Emily's the second adult.
Like half the time I'm a second adult.
Yeah, and then half the time Beth's the second adult.
Yeah.
Would that not make her the third adult?
Yeah. It's a joint thing for them too.
It's like a joint parentship.
She is our child. We have adopted her.
We have.
We take
you,
care of her and everything.
you welcomed her into the fold.
Yep. She's
She
our
loves
little peanut.
Peanut.
Yeah, she's
Aw.
our little ghost because she sleepwalks and, knocks on people's doors.
Oh my god.
Darius, how would you describe our friendship?
Spontaneous questioning. Friendship. That.
Just that. That it's a myriad of wonderful things and wonderful feelings.
There you go. You took the words right out of my brain. That's what I was going to say.
Well,
yeah.
your girlfriend Steph has an interesting idea on how the three of us kind of come together.
Yes. Yeah. You being her husband.
As I'm second husband.
Yeah.
That could work.
It's I don't know how she sees it, like what her perspective on it is. I'm just sort of like I smile, wave, and just get on with it.
They're just married because of Darius.
My friendship with Steph has evolved apparently.
To romance him.
What do you say, Darius?
Well, it was. Well, I mean, it was only. You've only been friends for like is it a year?
Yeah, roughly a year.
Or is it? Yeah. And really, that's the amount of time where sort of we've got back to being friends as well.
Yeah.
Because in the last time we were friends, you were weird.
I was waiting for your words. I was waiting to hear how you'd have described me.
Well, I could have said something stereotypical like goth or something, but
I was a very different person.
You would, yes. When you were closet asexual.
Well, I don't think it was closet asexual. It was kind of like
Well, no, but that's how it appeared.
yeah. Anywho.
And then you're like, and then we became friends again. It was just like, what?
Bit of a surprise for you.
It wasn't. Well, it wasn't even that. It was like, it wasn't like, oh, you're gay. It was like, wow, you're attracted to people.
You have attractions? You actually want to be with people? What is this?
Sexual preference? My God.
On the very loose sort of subject, have any of you ever received nude pictures? Or sent nude pictures?
Yes.
Yes.
I sent one to Emily by accident once.
I forgot about that.
Please do tell,
I didn't.
please.
Well, basically, this was when we were living together last year, and it was within the first 3 months.
Yeah.
And I was sending my girlfriend a Snapchat of my boob area. It covered up with a bra, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. It's fine, she'll love it. By accident, I sent it to Emily, and then I was panicking what to do, so I literally ran into her room and asked if I could have her phone.
Oh my
I
god.
was stood in the middle of my room brushing my teeth,
And she was just like, yeah, why? And I was like, right, where's your Snapchat? I need to delete something or open something. You can't see it. And then she was like, what was it? And then I was like, oh, nothing, don't worry. Was it a tit pic? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh. But then now, if I accidentally sent her a tit pic, like a year later, I'd just be like, oh yeah, heads up, my tits are on your phone, have fun, enjoy them.
That just sounds
Because
like
it
your.
doesn't bother me now.
It sounds like your friendship's evolved as well.
Oh, it has.
Oh, it really fully has.
Fully.
Developed into a full adult relationship.
The only difference is we don't have sex together, we don't kiss. We
Yeah.
snuggle and watch horror films.
Yeah.
You're kind of what most people would dream their relationship to be, Just-
Yeah.
with the addition of
Well,
sexy times.
We are relationship goals.
Yeah. But
You're-
for friendship.
I ship it. You're my one true pairing.
Yay!
Yay!
Darius, did you say you've sent / received those sorts of pictures before?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, obviously, come on.
Well, yeah, you kind of knowing you know, especially recently, yeah.
What? Wait, what? What do you mean, especially recently?
Well, kind of more since we got back into contact, I could understand it more than since beforehand.
Oh, I was getting it more beforehand. I just talked about it less.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Is that
Of course.
surprising? You didn't strike me as the kind of person at the time who would send those kind of pictures. Although, is there a kind of
Well,
person
I
that would
mean-
send that kind of picture?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's always the quiet ones. No, it was it was kind of after my last girlfriend. Oh yeah, after my last girlfriend, I slipped into a sort of a long phase of degeneracy, and yeah, and yeah, I made some new friends. Let's put it that way.
Oh right. Have you two, Emily and Amy? Have you kind of been in this sort of phase?
What of sending? What of having a lot of people in contact and I don't know, talking to them in a certain way that you talk to any other friend?
Well, kind of like being very, what's the word for it? Promiscuous, I think is.
Yes.
Yeah.
This time last year,
Oh right. Okay.
me and said partner that I'm with at the moment, we were on a break, and at
You-
one point I had 4 people that I was talking to, telling them I had feelings for, and then I just literally dropped them without an explanation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh no, cold.
I didn't even say bye. I didn't give a reason to why I was
Just
coming out.
stopped
It was
spontaneously.
literally just, I blocked them, I deleted them, that they were nothing to me anymore.
What about you, Emily? Have you been in this kind of phase?
No.
No? Oh good, I'm not
No,
the only one
not
then.
gonna lie, no. None of this situation has ever happened before. Kind
Good.
of glad.
I'll cling to
Just
you as an arm of
unnecessary
support.
drama.
So, would you like to be in that kind of situation?
Oh.
That's a good question, actually.
Oh yeah, yes, of course it is. Yes. I asked it purely for the benefit of the part.
I mean, my response to that would be, it doesn't seem like a very me thing to do. Like I've received those kind of pictures before, and Darius knows full well that my response to that was a little bit, blown out of the water, because I had no idea what was going on.
Oh, it's a new inside joke now. Like, whenever whenever it comes up now, it's like whenever nudes come up, it's like Alex, hide. Don't panic.
Avert thine eyes. No, I think it's it makes me feel more awkward because people look to me the moment this sort of happens as if to expect this sort of reaction, and it just makes me feel very self-conscious. No, I don't think it's I don't think that's the kind of behavior that I feel I would kind of be into. I'm kind of like a one and only type person.
I mean, I wasn't exactly aiming. I fully well knew what your answer would be. Well, good. Now everyone knows how borderline asexual you are.
Borderline asexual, just with a preference for men.
Yeah.
With this kind of sort of promiscuous behavior, do you think it sort of changed you in any way, like whether for the better or for the worse?
I don't think it changed me at all.
That was very quiet and sounding very guilty.
No, I don't think it changed me for the fact that I was newly out of a relationship. I was testing the waters that I hadn't tested for like 2 years. I was seeing what was out there again.
Yeah.
And that was it really. I got back with my partner and then that was it. Everything just stopped. It felt more like I was learning to be single again. But that was it.
That sounds kind of
That's
awkward,
all I learned.
learning to be single.
Yeah, because we'd been talking for 2 years and we'd been in an official relationship for a year. So I felt like I'd been in a relationship for 2 years because I was getting to know someone. I fell in love. I got with her. And then it was, oh, we don't talk every day. Oh, what? You've disappeared out of my life. So I had to learn how to be single.
Oh no.
That's not a problem for me.
No, not with me
It was
either.
traumatic for me.
Emily and I are single troopers. We're
Yes.
we're lone wolves that fight together.
Mm.
How about you, Darius? Did you think that your sort of phase sort of changed you in any way?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh yes. 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 No. Yes.
Yes, no, yes.
Well, I certainly learned more about a social situation because I mean, I haven't had a terribly large number of friends in my life, so I mean, to suddenly get like loads of people, and then you're like helping them with their problems. It's like, wow, hey, I'm pretty good at this, you know.
Yeah.
So, and you know, it sort of helps you as well as you know the fun side of it is the good socially learning side of it as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I suppose it's made me wiser.
Older and wiser.
Okay? Yes, that's why, and that is why nudity is.
I think I see it being a good thing, especially in developing some sort of maturity towards it, because everyone else, society itself has this sort of stigma towards this sort of behavior as being kind of very exposing and kind of almost very childish. And
I'd say it's only childish if you're being childish with it and
Yeah.
not being mature about it.
yeah,
Because there's a lot of people that like I know with relationships, if two people are in a relationship and then they break up and then someone's got nudes, they will bribe them and just be like, well, if you don't do it, then I'll put your nudes on Facebook and everyone will see you.
yeah, that's not right. Yeah,
So if you're mature about it, then yeah. But then that sort of behaviour is really childish and shouldn't be done.
Yeah. Now, Darius, you were on about saying why nudism is a good thing, or why nudes are a good thing. Can you kind of
Oh,
elaborate a little bit on that?
well, I mean, I was just saying things that come with it are good when you get to know the person that you're, what do you call it, trading with, I suppose.
All right.
trading with, or or Skyping or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, you become friends with them. Like I sort of became. I sort of gained a best friend this way for a long while. I had a best friend for a couple of years. Um,
Oh,
I mean,
it's good that
I
you
mean,
got
it
something out
helps.
of it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. You can aim for nudes, and you can get a friend. You know, is there's good and bad and everything. I've come across people that have had problems with the dickhead guys that do threaten them and try to blackmail them and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I abhor that, and I would never do that myself.
Well, I'd hope not.
No, no, of course not. No.
So,
So yeah, it depends how you go about it, really.
yeah,
No.
if you're sensible about it and safe about it, I can see it being a good thing in many respects.
Yeah, and it depends. It depends who you find. Like, in general,
So,
I don't personally know any guys that do it myself, but
yeah,
you see a lot of people do upload things like, haha, look at this slut and shit like that, on the internet. So
oh yeah,
yeah, there are probably more dickheads out there than there are ones I don't know, but yeah, I mean probably probably less reassuring if you're a girl.
yeah. As ever, it's harder for the women really than it is for the men. But I mean, for the right people, would you say it's something that you would recommend in a way?
What, nudes in general?
Well, just kind of putting yourself out there a little bit more.
Yeah, but be safe about it.
What
Yeah,
do you mean putting yourself out there?
Catfish.
No, don't catfish. Don't be a dick.
No, as
No.
in, like, be safe about it. Be careful because of catfishes.
Yeah.
I thought you meant just
online.
go and be a catfish. And I was like, that's terrible advice.
No, just be careful of catfishes because you could think you're talking to someone lovely and just be like, hey, here's a nude. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, it's like a 50-year-old man with shrunken testicles. I don't know why they'd be shrunken. I was going to say low testicles, but it didn't make sense. But now I have.
I mean,
Damn it.
yeah, I mean, obviously, being safe, being careful about who you're actually talking to, based on
And
your
what
experiences.
sites you visit as well.
That
I
too,
mean,
yeah.
like, if you're doing like Omegle or whatever, then you can just, then I think you can literally do anything you want if you take your, if you don't show your face.
Yeah,
Or you can like Snapchat people, and so obviously they can like screenshot um whatever, but
yeah,
it depends. Depends what you're after and
yeah.
what kind of people you attract, and like who you trust and who you don't.
But kind of based on your experiences, would you say it's yeah, for the right person if they were safe about it, by all means go ahead, or is it something you'd say, maybe just kind of take it easy?
It's easy to get into it safely without jeopardizing uh, your local identity.
Yeah,
So
your
you can.
security.
Yeah, it's totally possible to do it like that. I mean, if you don't care, then about anyone finding out, then even better. You can you can put yourself wherever you like. But yeah, it all depends on how you want to go about it.
So kind of swinging it on the other end of the spectrum, what do you think about the people that do this for a living?
A living.
Yeah,
What,
so
like what? Cam girls?
cam girls, prostitutes, escorts, anything around that kind of criteria, the people who actively sell their body for a living.
If they want to do it, go for it.
Yeah, it's their choice.
So there's lots of mixed opinions about it, because you have the people that think it's an absolutely horrible thing to do. But if I think a lot of these people, they, depending on the people that they're working for, are treated quite well. So
Yeah.
they do get like the regular checks to make sure that they're not picking up any unsavory diseases, etc., etc. But I think the big issue is when it's illegal. So when you have prostitutes, for example, which is an illegal practice,
Yeah.
because then it just becomes dangerous.
And the same with brothels. Brothels are illegal and could become dangerous as well because you don't know who's going to be going in there.
Yeah, and I think what was it, strip clubs that are a little bit more acceptable by society's eyes.
I feel they're a lot more safer.
I think because you can't
But-
really touch them. They've got a no-touch policy. It's purely a show.
Yeah.
But there has been cases where blokes have enjoyed a dance by a lady and then they've waited for her to finish her shift, and then there's been cases where she's been raped.
Yeah.
Because they feel like that because she works as a stripper, she's asking for it.
Yeah. The whole thing is asking for it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Darius, you've been a bit quiet. What's your opinion on this so far?
It should be. It should be at the very least decriminalised, because I mean it's not illegal to be a prostitute now, but it's illegal to solicit your services. But
Yeah.
of course, brothels, if regulations and wonders, because I mean, people say it's immoral. Well, these ladies and gentlemen will be doing this anyway, whether you think it's immoral or not, whether it's illegal or not. So when if it were to be criminalised, I mean, come on, you're literally going to prison for having sex.
Yeah, for consensual sex at that as
For
well.
having consensual, yeah, that's what I mean. So yes, of course. I mean, quite recently, I hear, Jeremy Corbyn's been said that it should be decriminalised, and it's like, well, it's about time. It's about time too.
Yeah. Well, I'm fairly shy about the whole situation, and I mean, don't mistake that for misunderstanding. I very much agree with it, even if it's not really for me. I mean, Emily, what do you think?
As I said before, I just think, like, if they want to do it, they should. And, like, if strippers want to go and work in a strip club, then they should. I mean, why not? It's not my life that they're living. Theirs. They should just do whatever they want.
Yeah. So this has sort of taken on a very serious tone, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's very morbid.
So it kind of went from, have we sent nudes, etc., to, yeah, what do we think about the, political standing on prostitution, etc.? I mean, it's a serious thing, But
Yes.
Well,
It's-
yeah, the podcast is called Morally Ambiguous. It's kind of,
mix of the
and
two.
I think it's a very suitable subject for the podcast in question.
It is. It is. I wholeheartedly agree. Now,
People
the
do think that it is immoral, but
hmm,
it's never going to go away, really. Even if even if you take away all the people that are coerced into it, there will still be people that do it uh, of their own accord,
yeah,
that enjoy doing it.
I can understand that as well because it pays well. Like, albeit the work might not be to some's taste, but the pay for it is exceptional. You got escorts who are often very well educated, and they get paid thousands for an evening.
Yeah, I mean, escort. I don't think escorts are really, they're not 100%. They probably don't. They're not supposed to put out. I don't think that's part of their job description. I think they're just there to literally do as the name suggests.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it kind of tends to vary, really. But I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
even then, prostitutes they get paid a lot of money for what they do.
Strippers get paid a lot.
Yeah, and they get tips as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Tips are always great.
But are these services that you have either, kind of semi-serious question? Are they services that you have considered either using / joining at any given time?
The only time I've used a strip club is on GTA.
Yeah.
And I generally think that's the only time I will use. They don't appeal to me.
Sometimes when I'm really poor, I think, I wish I was prettier so I could go work in a strip club and get loads of money.
Yeah,
But
wish
then I
was
probably
pretty and
don't have the
could start.
self-esteem to do that anyway.
So
Well,
you'd need to have a high self-esteem. Were you
Become,
saying?
Yeah.
become a prostitute. Anyone can be a prostitute.
I think you very playfully considered the idea at some point, didn't you, Darius?
Yes, I did. Yep.
Was it joint massage parlor with prostitution?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Annie's.
Annie's
very-
massage.
Very good idea, and do you know what? I'm still considering that part. I mean, the massage part, because I mean, okay,
It doesn't
know,
take much.
I haven't had a job in a long time. Okay, okay, so yeah,
It's worth
why not?
looking into. I could see being a trained masseuse
Uh,
or a masseur,
the correct
isn't it?
term is masseur. Thank you.
Yep, sorry, I got words.
Masseur.
Masseur.
But yeah, no, yeah, I could start my own business.
You could have Rub and Tug Inc.
Rub and tug. Yeah, that was your idea. That's
The massage parlor with a happy ending.
Dear. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think if you're doing a full body massage, I don't even think I need to put it in the name or the description. If you're having a full body massage, you're probably going to get aroused.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never had a full body massage, but I'd imagine that's what it would be potentially like.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's all right, I'm just gonna loosen you up a little bit,
Like doing the thigh area.
Brilliant.
Best noise ever.
Oh dear. I think what
Oh, you tickled my ball.
I think what also gets me is a lot of the people who use these services are half the time drunk. So a lot of the time their morals aren't exactly where they are anyway.
What, people that use prostitutes?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the time they've had, a few drinks down them.
Do you have any statistics for that, or is that personal experience.
This is just generalization, I will admit. I have no
Yeah.
experience or knowledge of statistics, but this is kind of going by stereotypes. I think have I ever experienced a strip club, I probably would have had a few drinks in me.
I can't imagine you sitting at like a strip club, like throwing like coins and stuff at strippers. Like, take it off.
The only money I could throw at strippers are pennies, and they'd hurt, but she'd enjoy it.
Just pelt them, pebble dash them with pennies.
By the end, he'll have more than just a few drinks inside him, if you know what I mean.
It's like a slot machine. Oh no!
Oh no, why? No, don't do that, no. Why?
Ugh.
A slot machine.
This is an interesting question that I want to pose to people. What are you guys, or what do you think you guys are like when you're drunk?
I'm very open.
More open than usual?
Yeah, like last time I was drunk, we was at a nightclub called Edge,
Oh
and
yes.
I just sat on the toilet and had a wee with the door open, having a conversation with Emily.
Yep.
On the way home, I persisted to pull my trousers down and
Oh,
have a
no.
wee in a car park whilst shouting to Emily, "I want chips."
Oh my god. How about you, Emily?
Oh god. I like if when I was with Amy when that happened and she like weed in a car park, I was just stood there like, this is pretty fucking funny, but hurry up because I don't want to be stood in a wee car park. Let's go, hurry up. But then half the time when I'm drunk, I think I just get like a bit. Sometimes I get like a bit sleepy, but then other times I'm just like, right, bring it on. I'm ready to fucking go. Let's do it.
So you kind of vary between, just sleepy drunk and just pure elation, just happy to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a very bipolar drunk then.
Yes. You don't know what you're gonna get until it happens. It's like a Russian roulette.
So like, great, she's excited. Lotto win. Yes.
Yes.
How about you, Darius? What do you think you're like when you're drunk?
Well, it depends who's there.
So you're kind of more based on the company then.
Yeah, I will get more confident. I will probably make more sex jokes, and I probably will. I probably will perform fellatio on someone if they ask me.
Are you a horny drunk?
Yes.
Now, yeah.
A defeated. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could just ask. I'll probably be open to it.
You don't even have to ask twice now.
There's no build up. You just pop the question.
So yeah, I'm drunk. I'm gonna shag you.
Now that makes even more sense considering how your girlfriend was like on Sunday when she got drunk.
Oh,
That just makes a lot more sense, but I'm gonna steer clear of that because that, preserving her dignity and everything, bless her heart.
Oh yes, her privacy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's that was interesting, and it definitely, after hearing you say that, it definitely makes a lot more sense. So
Now that's exactly I yeah I'm way worse than her. Right?
oh really?
Well, I think so. Yeah.
So because she talks a lot.
Yeah, she does talk a lot. I'll talk a lot as well. Try and get someone alone.
I can see this sort of being a regular thing between you two. You just have these occasional nights where you just get absolutely stone drunk and just have at it.
I was wondering how you were going to end that.
I've been very choosy with my words. There are certain ways that I don't like things phrased. It's like phrasing with masturbation. There are certain phrases for masturbation that I hate above all else.
What word?
Really?
Like I
Oh,
absolutely
what?
I hate the phrase snapping off.
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard that.
I once
Yeah,
heard
that sucks.
I once heard it phrased, I'm just going to snap off a couple of knuckle children, and I cringed. My whole body just tensed up. It was
Ah.
horrible. It's just
No.
phrases like that, like flicking the bean, just sounds really awkward and painful. Uh,
Bang one out is
cranking
is a
is
good
another one. I don't like it. I don't like cranking. Nope. Nope.
There will be no variation of cranking in my establishment, sir or madam.
You can
Whatever
crank
gender
elsewhere.
you may be.
You, person, can crank
Slurping.
elsewhere.
Slurping the butter out of the ham sandwich.
What?
Oh.
What?
I just got that.
Slurping the
shave
butter out of the
you.
ham sandwich. I think I may have found the name for the podcast.
No,
Oh, God.
oh my god.
Oh, just
Oh, well.
no.
If it had
No.
to be anything, it was going to be something I said.
Okay, just swiftly changing conversation. A question that I sort of came up with quite a while ago for everyone is which is quite good considering we're on this whole kind of inspirational debate sort of thing. What would be your one piece of inspirational life advice for our listeners, and what made you think of it? Like, the sum of all your experiences, what would be the one thing you would tell, say for example, like a younger you? What would be your life advice for them?
Don't be a cunt!
I think everyone needs that one.
That's a world life lesson right there.
Yeah.
Well said.
My advice would be don't do anything embarrassing, so then I won't have to think about it when I'm in bed in like 10 years' time.
Oh really?
Yeah, I hate like lying in bed when I'm like trying to go to sleep and I think of something embarrassing I did like 8 years ago. I hate it. Because then I'll keep thinking about it for like a week and then I'm just like, God, young me was such a dickhead. Why did I do that? And then I'll just be like, just don't do any of these stupid, embarrassing things and then we'll be fine.
How about you, Amy?
Mine is don't turn into your mum.
Really? Don't turn into your mum?
Yeah.
Why?
Mate, you
Yeah.
are your mom.
I know, and I hate it.
What's wrong with being your mum?
My mum will wash and clean every single day. And then since I've left home and moved to university, I wash and clean every single day.
I find that quite endearing, actually. You know, it must speak well of your mum if it's a habit that you've picked up.
It is, but I don't find it a great one because I'll wear an outfit and then I'll literally just be like, oh, it's clean, but I'm going to wash it in 5 minutes just because I've worn it for like 2 hours. But that's my mum. Don't turn into your parents.
Oh, I don't know. No, I'd have no problem if, you know, I adopted my mum's behaviours or some of my dad's.
Another bad behaviour I adopted off my mum is swearing.
Oh, do you have a particularly foul mouth?
Yeah, I do. And I get it from my mum.
I think out of me and Amy, I have the worst smack all the fucking time.
Oh, you drop the F-bomb more times than I can count in a day.
Exactly. I have got such a sailor's mouth. It's so bad.
I say shit a lot.
No, see,
Oh, I say everything a lot.
now Darius, I think, has moments. You're kind of well spoken sometimes, and then you'll just sort of swing into this sort of tirade of swears all of a sudden. Quite amusing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I I aspire to middle class, but I come from the working class. No, it's just how I'm feeling, really. If something pisses me off, I'm gonna cuss it out. But at the same time, I believe that people should strive to be as well spoken as they can in general.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I kind of approve of that. I sort of relate to that
Yeah.
in many ways.
so
Yeah.
if it can sound smart, then why not? Same time, if something fucks you off, then you have every right to fucking say about it.
See, it depends what's going on to whether I swear or not. So if I drop something, I used to swear at it. I used to be like, oh, for fuck's sake. And now I just scream at it or make a weird noise.
No, what she does is she'll drop something and you'll hear this. Whee! That's what you'll hear when she drops something. Anything. Just whee! Whee!
Oh, great. Right, we are slowly running out of time. So, what I'll do is we'll move on to our second installment of the Ask Away segment. Now, for people who are new listeners to the podcast, the Ask Away segment is where our guests ask us a certain number of questions about them, and Emily and I have to guess what their response would be to it, based on what we know about them. Now, I'm going to say start with Amy's, because Amy has one big question for us from what I understand.
Yeah.
So what's your question?
Alright, are you all ready? Because you need your thinking caps.
Thinking cap?
Right. You've got 3 people you can revive from dead that are famous. And you've got to swap them for 3 people who are...
Ooh. Okay.
And they can be anyone. Anyone who's in the public eye.
Okay, so this is more kind of just what we would do rather than what would it be that you
Yeah.
would do. Okay. So, let's start with Darius. Darius, what would your 3 people that you would trade over with?
So 3 people that are dead, trade them with someone that's alive. Did you
Yeah.
say?
So
3
three.
people for 3 people.
Yeah. But that's how long would they survive for after they were alive? It's a bit vague.
Let's not focus on what would happen afterwards. Just the fact that you can revive them would be enough.
Okay. Well, that's a tough one. I mean, I want to go the easy way out and just say everyone that's died recently, like fucking Snape.
Oh yeah,
or
Alan
something.
Rickman.
But I don't know. 3 is quite a lot to sort of get into the time slot.
Well, shall we just do
think
one?
about it, but I just do one. For one, I suppose a sensible one. I'm gonna be all nerd shit on you and say I'm going to pick Charles Kennedy.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the Liberal Democrat ex-MP that died last year.
Okay.
He had a drink problem, but he was he was very respected. Let's put it that way.
All right, I see. Yeah.
I
Who would you swap him for?
and Tim, I'm not gonna be be politically petty and pick someone that I don't like in politics. So I'm just going to say Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Yep.
I
Okay.
can accept that.
Default.
How about yourself, Emily?
Well, I would just kill Donald Trump for a start.
Who would you
That's
trade him
just
with?
who would die. That's just accepted. And then who would I bring back? Oh, I'd bring back Christopher Lee because
Oh,
he was
man.
awesome.
Legendary.
Exact.
I approve of
Legit.
those options. A legend for a legendary twat.
Yep.
How about you, Amy? What would be your one?
I would kill Putin, or however you pronounce it, from Russia,
Right.
to revive Freddie Mercury.
Ooh. That's some strong irony there. I like that.
It's not because of the irony, it's just the way it's written on paper.
It's
Because I have 3 people for each, so it's the way it's written on paper. But it would have to be Freddie Mercury.
Okay. Who would I trade? I think I would probably... I'd kill Katie Hopkins.
Oh,
yeah.
please someone do that. Please.
And would... Who would be a really good person to bring back?
Rick Mail.
I would probably bring back David Bowie.
Oh, he was my second choice. So I'm glad you are.
Yeah, I think that's a fair trade-off. Katie Hopkins for David Bowie.
Yeah.
I'm still not over his death.
There's a lot of
I've
people
not
who
mourned.
aren't.
I've not mourned properly yet.
So, Darius,
I
have
think
you...
Michael Jackson would have been a good one to bring back, because then
He
you
would
could
have
ask him what the fuck happened.
what the fuck?
Yeah. A lot of questions.
Yeah.
So, Darius, what are your 3 questions for us to try and guess for you?
I mean, it's hardly as in depth as that question was just there.
That's fine. It can be as weird as wonderful as you like.
I've got 3 written down. All of them seem quite pale in comparison, but
I'm sorry.
so I've just got. It's just something. I'll just go for something basic, like favorite chocolate bar.
Favorite chocolate bar?
A 12.
Ooh. You think he'd go for a 12?
Yeah.
Karamak.
Oh, now you're talking.
Karamak's the greatest.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Darius would probably go for Curly Whirly.
Hey, Whirly.
Yeah,
Why?
because it's about as wacky and zany as you are.
To say it describes my sexuality or something, but no, you're very wrong with the curly whirly. I can beat curly whirlies because I don't have very strong teeth.
All right, okay.
So,
Were any of us
that's
somewhat
all right.
close?
I don't even particularly like. Were you close? Well, I think. Well, what are the other ones? Karamak and 12.
And 12.
Well, no, none of them were really close. I'd probably Karamak is the closest.
All right.
Yeah.
What is your favourite then? What's your favourite chocolate bar?
My favourite is the peanut butter Kit Kat Chunky.
Oh, I have a feeling I should have
that's
known
good.
that because you found that in B&M.
Probably.
I feel like I should have
Did
known
we?
that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Go on,
So
roll,
yeah, that's my favourite.
roll us out with question 2 then. What have we got?
Okay. Right. I'm a bit more confident now. So right. Okay. Okay, right. We'll go for a more personal one. What is the first word I would use to describe myself?
Ooh.
Can you repeat that again for me? Sorry.
What is the first word I would use to describe myself?
Okay.
I think you would probably call yourself intelligent, because that is very true. What about you two?
Okay.
I'm gonna go with interesting.
Okay.
Oh, both just took mine. God damn it.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Fox.
Well, that must show something then.
Go on,
Sorry.
Emily.
I'm thinking now. You stole mine. I've got to think of another word. I
That's
don't know.
alright.
Just
I-
best.
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 So you've got best,
Yeah.
intelligent, and interesting.
Funnily enough, the word I picked, it took me a while to answer this question actually, funnily enough. But
Okay.
because I mean it's it's funny, it's a sort of it's the sort of centre of all of your answers, I think,
Ooh.
in a way. Which is quite interesting. Shall I reveal what
Yes.
it is?
Yes.
Please do.
Please do.
The first word I would use to describe myself is proud.
Yes. Yeah. I
Oh,
would
I like
definitely
that.
see that. Yeah.
That's good.
I like
Proud
that.
is a good word to describe yourself.
It's good to have self-pride.
Pride. Proud. Yes.
So,
Yes.
reveal to us, what is your third and final question?
Okay. Well, this one again is well, obviously I made up all the questions just before we started the podcast, but this one was sort of linked to my current personal life. If I had to name a baby boy, what would I name him?
You have to name a baby boy. Okay. There's so many different questions at play here in my head.
Yeah, I know it's a bit obscure, but you know, just yeah. Bear in mind, my name is Darius. It's quite an unusual name. But do I like unusual names? I'm
This
not
is
telling
it.
you.
Are you fond of unusual names, or are you likely to go for one of the more simple names?
Well, if I take an example, up until I was about 18. Up until then, I hated my first name.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say whether I still do or not, but and I realise that's probably not much of a clue.
it gives us a bit of backstory.
But I detest. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Well, I detest overly common names.
Right. Okay. That gives us. That's a pretty
Yeah.
good clue. Have
And
you
I,
girls
you
got any
know,
ideas?
I'm thinking. I thought of a name, but then he was like, I detest overly common names. And I was
Yeah.
like, right, let's think of another name.
well, if I like names that sort of not sound badass, but like, you know, they sound quite cool. Either they've got an interesting letter in it, or it sounds cool when you pronounce it, or something like that. It's you laugh. I'm only a man.
I'm only a man.
I'm only.
I have a guess.
What's your guess?
Franklin.
Franklin. Ooh.
I don't know why, but it's the first
Franklin.
name to come to my head.
I think my guess would probably be something like Theodore. Don't judge me.
Chipmunks too much.
When I said overly common, that doesn't mean you can just hit into university territory.
What?
And...
No, I like Theodore. Abbreviate it to Theo. Emily, what's your
Okay.
guess? I'm being judged heavily.
I was going to guess John. But then I was like, that's overly common. So I was like, I'll think of another name. And I did. And I was like, maybe it's something like Blake or something. I don't know.
So what
Blake?
something like
Yeah.
Blake. Okay. Reveal to
Yeah.
us. What were any of
You
us
will-
remotely close?
No.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Bummer.
It's more common than all of those names, but it's no John, of course, but my pick was Ryan.
Ryan.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ah,
that's a good name. That's a very strong
that is a
name.
good name.
So why?
Ryan.
What particularly about Ryan is it that you like? Is it just kind of you can make it sound very kind of
I don't know. It's a cool name. I mean, go much deeper than that. It's quite difficult to choose a name in general. But I mean, here we go, more backstory. When my daughter's mother was pregnant, we had actually, well, before then we had come up with names just in case, like in case we had a kid together. And I came up with Ryan. Uh, and then, oh no, she said that I could name it if it was a boy, and then she'd name it if it was a girl. That
Oh,
kind
right.
of thing.
I see, yeah.
So I picked Ryan. So I just remembered that and then used it.
That's really
I
cool.
probably would still use Ryan, I guess.
That is some very cool backstory. I like that. You're becoming a very fleshed out character.
Well, yes.
So those have been some very good and very thought-provoking questions, and I feel like I feel like I've let you down, Darius. I've not been able to answer any of them correctly.
Well, I mean, you had your chance at the chocolate bar, but
I did. I missed it.
Nah,
By a
that was the
landslide.
only one. Yeah, you could have got remotely close, and you were probably the furthest answer. I like twirls, and I kind of like Caramax, but for fuck's sake, curly whirlies.
Nobody likes curly whirlies.
I like curly whirlies.
Well, you're wrong.
So
Mm.
I like a thing that isn't very popular, therefore I must be wrong.
They're just not. They just don't taste good.
There's too much chewing.
Oh, I like that though.
They just don't have a very nice appealing taste. That's
And-
why they're wrong. If
Anyway,
they made them tastier,
and
I'm
anywho,
sure I would enjoy it.
before we indulge into chocolate stuff, I believe we have now officially run out of time for this session. I would like to thank our guests Amy and Darius for joining us and for their very interesting and valuable input. So thank you guys. I hope you've
You're
enjoyed.
welcome.
I hope you've enjoyed your time with us.
I did.
Yes, of
Oh, I'm
course.
so glad.
Awesome. And
I
as a
always like spouting my self-importance to other people.
And as ever, I'd like to thank Emily for co-hosting with me. And
Hello.
and as a new thing, before the next podcast, if the audience would like to let us know if you would like to see Morally Ambiguous made downloadable on iTunes, it's a potential next move for the Morally Ambiguous podcast. So if you could let us know roughly what you'd like to see with that. And with that, we will see you next month. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers, Viscount.
Bye.